Okay, so, without any further ado, this is going to, this is the beauty of the Do It and the system in class, is that we didn't get 100% of the way through this. We covered number one completely. We covered going into big numbers completely. We only touched on small numbers. So this will allow us to review scientific numbers when you express it in a small way. All right, ready? Here we go. That was the chair. Just being clear on that. Okay. 1.2 times 10 to the fifth. Ready? 1, 2. Now I have to move a total of 5 places. Right? You with me on this? Spencer, you all right? Is this like a really urgent thing you got to talk about? Because if so, let's get it out of the way so we can get your attention back. You all right? Okay, that's a very nice shirt, by the way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what I always recommend that kids do after they convert to a standard numeral is go backwards and make sure it works with scientific notation. Rach, you with me here? Ready? 3, 4, 5. That makes 1.2 and 5 places, so I know that's right. Can you guys let me know how many of you guys got that right? It looks like pretty much the whole room. Very good, I'm glad. Next one. With the negative exponents, you guys see that negative in there? Sometimes that drives kids a little bit crazy. As soon as it's going to be a negative exponent, it's going to be 0 point. And you're actually going to go to the right instead of going to the left. Now, I want the decimal to end up after the 3, and I want to go a total of 4 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4 places. Now, some kids will say, but the 08 on the end makes it 6 places. It's only how many places till I move and make 3.08. So this is 1, 2, 4. That's negative 4. Okay? So that's the correct answer to the second one. I suspect that you guys had a harder time with the second one than the first one. Okay? That's typically the way it works. Now, your next few do-its will have questions like this every day. And the next few homeworks will have questions like this every day, being able to go back and forth, a big number and a small number. If you can do both, you're in great shape. Any questions so far? Okay, let's do another negative exponent one. How do I know that this answer to the next one's going to have a negative exponent? Everybody. Well, it's 0 point, right? It goes to the right. So here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5.5 times 10 to the negative 7. Okay? Make sense? Okay. And the next one, 3, 6, 9 makes 1.54. So 1.54 times 10 to the 9th. Are there any questions about number 1 and 2, both ways with scientific notations? Positive exponents, negative exponents, big numbers, small numbers. Any questions in there? Okay. This is a very important skill. I'm going to actually amp it up a little bit in a couple of days and make it a little bit harder. But for now, that's the fundamentals with scientific notation. Next, the edge of a cube can be represented as 2D. Well, the volume of another cube can be represented by 5D. What's the sum of the volumes of both cubes? All right, so since I have 2 cubes, one is bigger than the other. One has 2D and one is 5D. Now, if it's a cube, what do you know about all of these lengths?
They're all equal.
They're all equal, good. Now, how do you find the volume of a cube? Length times width times height. So this is 2D times 2D times 2D, which is 2 times, multiply coefficients, add exponents. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, and then D times D times D.
D3.
D to the third. Yeah, don't say D3, say D to the third, or you could say D cubed. Obviously, we call the third exponent cubed because what's the shape we just made, right? That's where it comes from. Now, 5D, 5D, and 5D. So this one will be 5D times 5D times 5D. Now, what's 5 times 5?
25.
25. Times 5 again?
No, what?
125. Nicely done. And what's D times D times D?
D to the cube.
D cubed or D to the third. Either way, they're both good ways to pronounce it. So this says, what is the sum? What does sum mean? Add. So I'm gonna do 8d cubed plus 125d cubed. And what is that gonna be? 133 d
Cube.
cubed. If I add d cubes to d cubes, I better get d cubes. Okay? Any question about that? All right, that's a nice do it. It's not overly hard, but it brings a few different concepts into play. It brings in combining like terms, it brings in volume formulas, it brings in laws of exponents, and we got some scientific notation out of it. So we've covered a lot already in the period. Any questions? Okay. Now, let's go to learning a little bit more with scientific notation. And this is something that we're going to do for multiple days. Like I said before, we're going to do 4 days of operating with scientific notation. First, a reminder, let's multiply. Go ahead, do that. My refrigerator.
Can I get some?
$1. They cost me $1.25 or a dollar.
Okay, I'll give you
Yeah,
$1.50.
$1.25. No. Give me $5, I'll sell it to you.
Oh, here.
For how much is one?
If I'm gonna risk my job, I'm getting paid big bucks out of this. You give me $1 million, I'll give you to buy 5. In a heartbeat, I'll take the $1 million and retire.
I'll give
All right.
I'll give you $2.
Now.
In a heartbeat, I'll just take this then.
Oh, Chris has his hand up. What do you got, buddy?
Can I get a drink?
No, I thought you had the answer for me. I know you know how to get this answer. What do we got? Chris, talk to me. What do we got as an answer here? 3n to the 7 times 3n to the second.
9 and 9.
That's right. 9n to the 9. Nicely done, Chris. I've said this before, but I think, I just heard somebody say, dang, Chris. Chris, you are doing an awesome job. You really are. You should be proud of yourself. And here's the thing. Do you go home and do math all day long? No, you're just paying attention to doing your work. And that's how it works for every person in this room. Okay, you're doing a really good job. And in the past, have you always been good at math?
No.
Anybody, absolutely anybody can kick butt. As long as they go about their business the right way. Okay. Yeah?
Can I get a drink now?
Nope. Now, in a little while, Chris, I'm going to turn you loose on some questions, and when you finish them, I'll let you get your drink.
Okay.
But for now, I gotta get this done here. Okay, so now we got a new question. The new question is this. Three times 10 to the second times 3 times 10 to the 7th. Now remember, just a minute ago, we did this. 3n to the second times 3n to the 7th, and we said multiply coefficients and do what to the exponents? Add them. So 3 times 3 was 9, n to the 9th. So if you understand that, you should be good here. Now I'm going to do 3 times 10 to the second times 3 times 10 to the 7th. And by the way, doesn't 3n mean 3 times n? Right? You with me on that? So this times is just the same as the other one. So this is going to be multiply coefficients, add exponents. What's 3 times 3? 9. What's 10 to the second times 10 to the 7th? 10 to the... What do you do to the exponents, guys?
9.
Add them, 10 to the 9. So just like this was 9n to the 9th, this is 9 times 10 to the 9th. It's almost the same exact question. The only difference is, in here, the base is n. Over here, the base is 10. With scientific notation, the base will always be 10. Try these two. Let's see what you get. Yeah, if you know the laws of exponents, you'll see that this is pretty doable. Okay. Shh, 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 shh. Okay, ready? Multiply coefficients, take it down. Add exponents. What's 2 times 3?
6.
Times 10 to what?
14.
Done. That's it. Right? It's pretty simple and straightforward. Now, what do you think you do on this one? I didn't even teach you this. I think you can figure it out. Okay, Chris, tell the whole class.
Divide.
Go ahead, tell me what you got.
I got 2x 10 5.
That's right. Now, let me just get you a little less street talk and a little more math talk.
10 to the 5.
It's not 2x 10 5, all right? It's 2 times 10 to the 5th. When you go for your college entrance and you get really dressed up and you get your interview and you're gonna go to college, you don't go, yo, man, that'd be 2x 10 5. That's not how we talk. You say, it is 2 times 10 to the 5th, okay? All right. Now, let me ask you a question. Hold it. How many people think this is really easy? You know why you think it's easy? Because you were really good at the laws of exponents. If you were excellent at the laws of exponents, this is just like that. And you say, oh, I already know how to do this. On the other hand, if you were if you didn't have a good time with laws of exponents, this is very foreign to you. Now, do you know how a lot of times for a lot of people, you may be one of these people, English is pretty easy, social studies is pretty easy, even science, but math can be really, really hard. The reason is because everything in math depends on what you did before it. Whereas if you're doing social studies, if you do like a unit on the Civil War, well, the next unit is going to be about Reconstruction, and the one after that is going to be about, I don't know, whatever,
John Cena.
Grant and Johnson got impeached and all this other stuff. And then you're going to go on to World War I, which didn't have a whole lot to do with the Roaring Twenties, and all of this stuff goes on and on and on, but all the topics are different. So if you're having a test on World War I, do you need to know the stuff about the Civil War? Not really. But in math, we're hitting this brand new topic today, and if you didn't understand the topic from a couple of days ago, you're in a world of hurt. And guess what? This kind of stuff was going to travel with us all year long. So if you learn how to do it, you're in good shape. Okay. Now, I want everybody to try the next one. And Chris, if we get through this one, and I show you there's one more thing you have to learn. After that, I'll look to let you go to bed. Okay? I mean, to the water. Question?
Here it says 7 times 10 to the second, and there it says to the 24.
Oh, this 4 must be extra there. So keep it with the second. Okay? Gracias. Ready?
Denied.
All right. Muy. I love your name. I think it's really cool. All right, Muy. Muy, Muy. Oh, Muy. You ever hear the song?
Wait, what?
You ever hear the song? What's it? Wooly, woolly.
Who's
Oh,
Louis?
baby. Oh, Bully, Bully. Wooly, bully. Wooly, bully.
I think you're singing for another.
Wooly, bully. You never heard that song?
No.
Very, very famous song. You ever seen the movie Splash?
The last name
It was in the beginning of the movie Splash. Wooly, bully. Okay, talk about Muy Bueno.
Oh.
All right. Anyway, Muy Bueno. Here we go. Talk to me. Multiply coefficients. 5 times 7. Sweet times 10 to the
70.
4, 3, 2.
I got 2 and 2.
Oh, yours is 2 and 2? Okay, 4.
I got so confused.
That's boy, what a letdown. Now,
Ah.
Hello.
It's a perfect 4.
Hello. You're still alive?
that's the question. What is wrong? Who wants to? Oh, do you think you know what's wrong? Don't say it. Don't say it. I want other people thinking about what's wrong.
Oh, there's no destiny. Oh, okay.
Revis. It's over 10. which is like saying there's no decimal.
Yeah.
Doesn't scientific notation have to be a number between 1 and 10?
See.
All right, stop. Look, this is the hard part of the day, right here. This is it. Everybody agree everything we've done so far is pretty easy?
Yes.
This is not.
Oh my god.
Now, no, you will get it down pat, because it's the same thing over and over again.
Wait, but
Right, watch me.
I don't understand the question.
What do I have to do to the number 35 to make it between 1 and 10? I need to move the decimal to there, right? Okay,
Yes.
focus, guys. Don't look away, don't mumble, put your knees under your desk.
Now multiply that by 25.
Now, check this out. Look at me now, Rach, you with me? I have to move the decimal one place to the left, so I make this 3.5, which is between 1 and 10. But I can't just move a decimal.
Why not?
Well, if the answer on the test says 144 and you put 14.4, am I going to give you credit for that? Yes. No, I'm not. What do I have to do? Well, here, to get that there, I had to move to the left, so I divided by 10. Now, how can I balance out dividing by 10? What's the opposite of to divide by 10? Everybody?
Multiply.
Multiply by 10. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to multiply by 10, which really has an exponent of 1. So 35 times 10 to the 4th is the same thing as 3.5 times 10 to the 5th.
I got that anyway.
So we
Oh
just
my
add 1 to
God.
that and then move the decimal.
Right, now, hold it. Roach, you have half of being a great mathematician down pat. You got the whole lazy thing going on. Well, see, Roach turns around and says, I don't want to know why. I couldn't care less. He says, just tell me go bink, bink, and I'm done. Now, I personally would like you to know why. Okay?
Well, I personally
We get
don't.
the same answer.
It does work out to be the same answer. But I really do think, it's important for you to understand that the reason it goes this way is you divide by 10 here, and if you divide by 10, you need to do the opposite, we'll multiply by 10. You're going to see later, the decimal will end up here. You're going to multiply by 10 here, which means if you multiply by 10 here, what am I going to have to do over here? Divide by 10. So you're not going to add the exponents. What are you going to end up doing? Subtracting. So I think it's important to know for that reason. Now, am I forgiven? Do you see where I come from? Okay.
That's great talking.
Now, we're going to do the next question, but we're going to make it a little easier for you.
No, it's not.
Well, I'm going to make it easy, and I'm going to do, oh,
We did ours.
what does yours say?
We got different
5 times
questions.
10.
To the 4th, and,
9 times.
good, there we go, do it.
I did it already. We have different questions.
Yeah, I just changed it for yours, 5 times 10 to the 4th, and 9 times 10 to the 5th.
I finished.
Oh, then I got it.
Okay, you can go to the bathroom now, or go get your water.
Do you like
Yeah, but you know what the biggest thing is? This time of day, I usually have salsa water with a touch of grape juice. I left it home 3 days in a row now. So I gotta get my act together. Question? $5 million, you got it. No, $5 million.
So where's this happening?
$5 million.
But
Okay,
I mean, you're getting.
now, let's multiply coefficients, subtract exponents. Caitlin, talk to me. Multiply coefficients, what do we get?
Just buy pencils.
45, nice. Times 10 to the, add exponents. Yeah, you. Girl in purple. What? Because I want you to work, let's go. I like the 45, I like the times, I like the 10. I want to know what the exponent on the 10 is. Did she say 9? Is that like saying 9, you bald jerk? Is that pretty much where we're going with that? All right, leave me alone. I want to daydream. What's his name? Whomever you're sitting in the back daydreaming about. Okay. They're the root of all evil. Just ask my wife. My wife gives me days where I can't do anything right, and she just negative comment after
Well, you're the
negative
man of the
comment.
house.
And I just look at her and I say, honey, the Bible says the lust for money is the root of all evil, not Bob.
What do you mean by Bob?
I'm Bob.
Listen, I'm the man of the
All
house.
right.
You leave me alone.
Now, Ready? The other one I like to say to her is this. I like to go up and I go, honey, listen. Can I do anything right today? Because if I can't, it's okay. I'm going to love you in the morning anyway. Nothing's going to change. I'm just not going to try to do anything right for the rest of today. All right? Now, 45 times 10. Fortunately, my wife does not listen to these videos. 45 times 10 to the 9th. Now, what do I have to do? Hey! What's K.S. Malo?
What?
Ah, he knows what I'm
I'm not
talking about.
Spanish.
45 is bigger than 10.
Yeah, I said, what is bad? And he said the 45 is bigger than 10. Now, how do I adjust that? Rach, add a decimal. I'm just going to go like, eating, I like that one. Pull it out and pop it in there? I don't think so. Just do it. Yeah, just go. Nah. Bam! No! How do I get that there? Rach.
Add this one between the 4 and the 5.
Oh, add it from between the 4 and 5. No, I divide by 10.
That's what I got.
If I'm going to divide by 10 here, what do I got to do over here?
Times
Times by 10. So I get 4 Rivas. Silencio. Atención, por favor.
That's fine.
Please pay attention, please.
I speak Portuguese.
Okay. Ready? I moved it one place, so 4.5 times 10 to the 10th power. because
Yes!
There's a 9
Alright, this
there
is
and a
easy.
1. Mr. Roach,
When will the decimal be like ever in front?
it will. Trust me, it's coming. When we do division.
So only with division.
Not necessarily, because the division could come out big anyway. So there's no, if I could, listen, Roach is saying this. Let me translate what Roach is saying for you. Roach is saying, Mr. Lindquist, you don't get me. Mr. Lindquist, I'm a lazy person. And I want you to tell me the shortest, quickest, easiest, least thinking way to do this. Just tell me and I'll do it, but I really don't want to be bothered employing my brain. And I'm saying to him, it's not that simple. So I'm also saying something else to you. I'm saying you got talent. You have ability. Don't sell yourself short and say, I'm going to be lazy. Now, let me ask you a question.
That's Tom.
You like sports? What sports do you like?
Baseball and basketball.
What's your favorite baseball team?
I don't care.
Okay, let's say that you spend good hard-earned money to go to watch the Yankees play. And you go to the game and some of the Yankees are lazy. What do you think?
They're a bad team.
They should have
Yeah,
get paid.
and you're
to
not a
play.
bad kid, so you gotta suck it up here. All right, what does your paper say on the next one? Speaking of more challenging. It says the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna change it slightly. I'm just gonna make this a 3.
Oh
Go ahead.
my God. That's just 5. Bro, I just did.
All right, listen. Hey, stop. 3 times 10 to the negative 5. 5 times 10 to the negative 3. Do that question.
But mine says 5.1.
Yeah.
Well, I changed it to 5, and it's easier for you, so you should be thankful.
Bro, wait, just say that I get it right though.
I'm gonna tell you in a second.
No, but the one that was.
Can I wait for everybody else? Is that allowed?
Yeah,
Okay.
because Mr. Lindquist,
Ready?
here it says 5.1, not 5.
I know, but we changed it to 5.
What's 3?
Okay, slow down.
What's tired?
What will I get when I do 3 times 5?
15.
15. Times 10 to the
Oh my god.
negative 8. Because negative 5 plus negative 3 is negative 8. Now, along the lines of what we spoke of with Roach's question, yes, you do. What do I have to do to get the decimal here? I have to
Divide by 10.
divide by 10. So if I divide by 10 there, I have to
Multiply by 10.
multiply by 10 here.
With an exponent.
So now, those who think they know what they're doing, 1.5 times 10 to the negative 7.
17.
But when it's a negative, you go down. When it's positive, you go up.
I'm adding negative 8 and 1. What is negative 8 plus 1?
Negative 7.
7.
That's why that's negative 7.
You was smart.
Yeah, that's why they pay me the big bucks. Okay, All right, so let's do the next one. Multiply, and the 5 and the 3 are there already, which is pretty easy. Right there. Give it a shot.
17,
Which
3.
one? Multiply one or the one on the bottom? Wait, which one do we do?
You're doing it right here. 5 times 10 to the negative 9, 3 times 10 to the negative 2. Yes.
It's like Chuck Medford sequence.
Congress of Teachers. Yeah.
I mean, I knew it said like Chuck Medford and teachers on it, just
Right.
didn't know. what it said.
In all honesty, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I feel very fortunate and very lucky, and I'm very proud of the people I teach with. And that's why I wear the shirt. It's a testimony to them.
Well, aren't there like days during the school where teachers have to wear like their jerseys?
I don't have a jersey.
Why not?
It's not a jersey.
I would get one.
Or is it
Okay.
it costs money?
Ready? No, the money I don't care about. This costs money. All right, ready? 5 times 3, talk to me.
15.
Times 10 to the what?
Negative
11.
Negative 11.
11.
Well,
Now,
then you have to change it again.
yes.
Yeah, you have to-
Do you know how, if you are going to, hey, listen, I happen to love cops. I really do. I got some cops in the family. I have neighbors who are cops. I trust cops. Not a big deal. But do you know that sometimes someone gets pulled over by a cop and things don't always work out so smoothly? You with me on that? Okay. Now, I have never, or I do not know of a cop who has ever done anything wrong if it goes like this. Cop pulls you over, and you say, yes, officer, is there a problem? If he says, show me your hands, you show me the hands. And you answer his questions honestly, and you just do what you're told. And then if you talk to him, you don't curse, you don't act antagonistic, you just answer the questions and you be respectful. I've never heard of any problems that occur. The only time I ever hear of problems are when people like try to look tough in front of the cop. Then bad things can follow. So when you look at this answer, I want you, just like if a cop pulled me over, one of the first things that I would say to myself is, if he says, show me your hands, I'm showing you the hands. If he says, whatever, I'm gonna be polite, I'm gonna be respectful. I am not gonna be confrontational with this cop at all. Likewise, every time I look at one of these answers, I am gonna say to myself, is this first number between 1 and 10? Because if it's not, I am not presenting it the right way. If I don't present my answers to the cops in the right way, bad things can happen. So if I don't present my answer to the question, you can get it wrong. What's wrong with 15? Everybody?
It's bigger than 10.
Well, bigger than 10. So I have to divide by 10, then I have to multiply by 10. So that gives me 1.5 times 10 to the
Negative 10.
negative 10. Now, last question of the day. Mr. Roach said, when do you ever have to move the decimal the other way? What is 2 divided by 8?
4.
No, 8 divided by 2 is 4. 2 divided by 8 is 1/4. What is 1/4 as a decimal? A quarter. 0.25 times 10 to the negative 5. Now I have to go this way, and everything changes.
Do it the opposite.
Okay? We will work more on that on Monday. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.
I am so trying to get you to hear the song Gypsy Rider and Gypsy Biker, and I haven't been able to do that yet.
I have it on like now I have it on here on my to-do list.
Okay.
Go to the
Gypsy
app,
Biker,
be like,
the
you know
song.
what? I'm lazy.
And the artist, you could just type in Bruce.
I'm lazy and so are you.
That's it. There you go. I listen to Springsteen a lot. So if you do Bruce, Gypsy Rider,
Okay.
Gypsy
Nicholas
Biker.
Birch, room 205. Nicholas Birch, room 205.
You're welcome. Have a great weekend, guys. Listen, where's your energy? Where's your energy? It comes in little flashes. I see it for a moment, and then it goes away.
I don't know.
Your get up and go got up and went, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get you a little